Hey, welcome to another episode of Headwaters. I'm joined today by, Jerry.
And Dan.
All right, and we are here standing in the parking lot of Headwaters Lake. Got a little update. It is Christmas week, so things have been pretty crazy, as a lot of you may know. So these guys had a really interesting outing this week, and let them talk about it. I'm going to give you an update about the lake. It is windy, as you can tell. That's why we're going to hold the microphones up close. But with that said, I'm going to turn it over to Captain Dan real quick. Here's an update.
Okay, so this past week, Jerry and I were part of a 4-boat tournament out here on Headwaters. Catch wave photo release. We had a good time. I was with the Solavita Fishing Club, so big shout out to you guys. Dave will put up some photos of these guys. Didn't catch any big fish that day. The biggest one was 4.3. Jim and his grandson Connor won it. They had about 11.5 pounds or so. But it was me, Jerry, Larry Hauser, this guy out here, and Ricky with Black Cloud Fishing Charters. We had a really good time, and hopefully we'll see those guys again soon to do that. It was a lot of fun.
Okay. A little different format.
Yeah, it's a bit different. It's a little more challenging to, when you're trying to help people get on fish, to catch fish, and learn quick. So, have a good time.
How was Jerry?
I lost. It was not an easy day.
I lost.
It wasn't an easy day. The fishing has been tough this week.
We had a blast. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
We had a blast. I ended up fishing up on the north end of the lake, in between getting peppered by bird shot. It was great. But that was even fun. They were like, oh my God, they're right there. I was like, they're right there. But yeah, we went on the north end of the lake, started off Saltwater early, fishing baby torpedoes and, a couple devil horses. And, we caught one fish on that, and then we ended up moving to chatterbaits and, just flukes and stuff like that. But like Dan said, it was tough. Our weather's changing here right now. It has been for the last couple of weeks, so it's got artificial wind stuff right now.
Yep.
Speaking of weather, this week,
That's why the
in
wind.
Florida, we're going to experience that Arctic blast, and for us, that'll be brutal, and that should be there too. So that's
nice.
Yeah, so that's definitely going to change conditions here. So what about cold water fishing now? We're going to have to plan for that. If you plan on fishing within the next week.
I think in the next week it's probably going to stumble. Probably going to knock you in the head a little bit.
Yeah.
One thing that will make it, and I think then they'll really get to do their business. And they should have already been doing it anyway. Now, I caught a fish the other day by myself that was around 8 pounds, and I don't know if she hadn't started or she was done. She was not loaded. So, I don't know if that's, and then I did see a couple fish last week in Headwaters on the bed. But other than that, I haven't really seen too many beds or anything like that. But, yeah, it's going to knock them in the head for a few days. And they'll acclimate to it, and I think it'll improve and it'll help it.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you plan on fishing the next couple of weeks. You really slow down the presentation.
At least this coming week, the week after Christmas.
Yeah.
I think especially artificial, you really got to slow down. Again, I'll still throw a rattle trap to try to get a reaction strike. So just gotta be patient. You're probably not gonna get the numbers like you did like last week. I had a really good week last week, but next week will be different.
Yeah, because I think, once the weather changes, once you start getting this cool weather in here, you're also going to be able to start getting the areas that you haven't been able to get them topped out with hydrilla. Right. Once the hydrilla starts backing off, then, in some cases, I think the fish are already in those areas bent up, but you can't get them. The hydrilla has not died yet.
Right.
This hydrilla starts falling off, and then you can start getting in these big 10 and 12 acre lots that you have to be able to get in. I think they start catching the big fish.
I would think the cold weather is going to accelerate the hydrilla.
Well, it will. It'll start dying off. That's for sure. It's still topped out pretty much everywhere.
Right.
Something, I think.
Yep.
But yeah, it'll hurt them for a couple days, and that's what all this wind is and everything. I mean, it's right there. Right. And like Dan said, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they'll probably make on this, but after they get it, in the long run, it's going to make it better than it is right now.
Yeah. So speaking of weather, to give you a kayak launch update. Kayak launch was open. It had cleared out. I was told, I don't know this for a fact, they sprayed. was cleared out. We had north winds kind of blow everything out for about 2 weeks. Then about 2 weeks ago, we had double digits high southern winds. A little unusual for this time of year. And that blew everything back into that northwest corner.
I saw a helicopter coming over the North Lake Wednesday morning and had spray rain. So they are spraying somewhere. I don't know where.
I know. I was in North Channel in Stick Marsh, and it all been sprayed.
Okay, so see, I'm headed to Kennisville this evening by myself, and I'm interested to see if they've been in there spraying in the last couple of weeks. So we'll see.
So if you plan on using that kayak launch in the northwest corner of the lake, you will have to haul all your gear 100 yards to find an opening, fortunately.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna have to launch from here. Headwaters, the boat launch again. The boat ramp. Be very careful. Should be an experienced kayaker if you do decide.
I will tell you though, being up in that part of the lake right now, I'm not very far from where the kayak launch is. And, that North Canal up in there. So if you can find a way to launch it, you can kayak up in there. I mean, you are a quarter of a mile maybe in that from the launch. There's plenty of fish there.
Yeah. They're just my experience. They're a little spread out.
They are. Well, they're still. I think a lot of your fish, Dan. You know, tell me what you think. I think they're still in transition. You have to eat anywhere from fish anywhere from a foot of water to 20 foot of water right now. I think they're all over the place right now.
Yeah, I think so too. It's the same way it was last year.
Yeah.
It's much different than you guys up north. The spawn is months long. Yours is like a couple of weeks. So it's a whole different thing. So we have a lot of pre-spawn, spawn, and post-spawn. I don't think they're really in the spawn right now. I wouldn't call it that. I have seen beds, but unlike Gary, I didn't see any on the beds.
Well, there was a fish, so I don't know if it was a female or the male, but there was a fish on the bed. And I only saw one like that, but then right down from her, there was another one that was like a dinner plate, so I knew it wasn't a tilapia. So I think they might be starting, but I haven't seen any with beat up tails.
Yeah, neither have I.
So I don't know.
Yeah. I think there's some of them are starting. I think some of the males are starting.
There's got to get
stuff. This weather will change that too. So just keep
absolutely.
on.
That's it.
So it is Christmas week. This should be airing likely the day before Christmas. So we want to be starting to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Don't forget their reason for the season. It's the most amazing gift of all. It is Christ came not to judge us, but to save us. I also want to congratulate all the winners of our contest. They were announced yesterday. So if you missed that, go back to the video and check that out. That'll be posted. Once again, for the winners, you need to contact me at Dave@Hooked on Headwaters and provide me your contact or address information or pickup information. So with that said, we're going to wrap things up here. Again, Merry Christmas to everyone. We're going to have, by the way, we're going to have, look for a video on rigging up or free-lining shiners. Jerry and I have got that coming up. That'll be a separate video, and we'll be posting that real soon. Any closing statements, gentlemen?
Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
So long, everyone. Hey, don't forget, book your trips. It is that time of year. It's getting crazy down here, so book your trips early for these guys. If you want to do a kayak trip, check me out, by the way. For a really interesting kayak experience. I hooked into some monster, and I'm talking monster black drum. I've got a full-length video posting on my channel. That's Living Waters Kayaking. Be on the lookout for that.
Huge black drum. Huge black drum. I mean, like half kayak size black drum.
It was an epic. So
when I saw the picture, the first one, I was like, what?
Yeah,
they're big.
Phenomenal trip. More about that on the video. Catch that. Living Waters Kayaking. Again, Merry Christmas, everyone. See you next week.